I do have one observer asking for the floor. I'm sorry if I'm getting your acronym wrong, but it reads on my screen COSA.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Also, as this is the first time that I'm addressing the COP, I'd like to thank our host country, Panama, for the warm hospitality and the superb arrangements, and I'd also like to congratulate yourself as the chair and wish you well with the process going forward. I speak for the Sustainable Use Coalition of Southern Africa, which represents some 30 separate NGOs, over 100,000 individuals and businesses as members, and over 500,000 sustainable jobs, and over 3 million livelihoods, mostly rural. We also represent in excess of 20 million hectares of wild-maintained or rewilded, ecologically and financially self-sustaining landscape in South Africa. I would like to just urge parties present to consider something about reservations along the lines of why they exist in the first place. Why is there a need for reservations? And this needs to be reflected in, if you want to take a narrow view on how to restrict reservations going forward in your articles. And I think it was captured in the essence of the Botswanan and Zimbabwean call for a differentiation of voting along the lines of the populations of species concerned as well yesterday, which was dealt with, and I'm sure all of you are aware of. The reasons for such things can only exist because clearly there's an attempt to look at species at the species level rather than at the population level. And therefore, certainly countries that are successful in their conservation and sustainable use efforts feel at a loss when they are restricted to benefit from that success. And the impression that starts to come out, in fact, is that the convention is punishing success and rewarding failure. And the only fallback option is such things as reservations and split listings. And perhaps if the parties present would give more credence to the calls of the range states, and particularly the range states with good populations, in their needs and desires, you would solve a lot of the problems of why the articles need to be so complex to manage such things as reservations going forward, because it would probably result in a lot less reservations. And I hope parties can take heed of that thought for a moment. There seems to be a tendency for countries with, for want of a better phrase, no dog in the fight, to dictate to those countries, particularly the poorer, smaller countries, but successful countries. And that is the reason we sit with this difficulty at the moment. Thank you.